packet. Public Works report, Mr. Puglisi has asked to give it in person. He's actually asked that if we could do maybe one meeting a month to give a report in person.
Yeah, I want to set up a meeting with you guys to discuss next year's work schedule and plan that I have set up, and to make sure that you all agree with it and are okay with it. As far as this year, I'm trying to get over to Jack Street because I'd like to get Jack Street paved next year. It hasn't been paved for a while. Same with Hobbit Lane. Hobbit Lane hasn't been paved in 30 years. We got all the catch basins over there fixed or repaired or replaced, which next month I'll have a full report with how many catch basins we have replaced and how many we've repaired. I got a problem on Airport Road that I see is on the agenda today. We were working over there a couple days ago, and a guy stopped and says, "Hey, could you please stop and look at this catch basin? It's in his yard." And I went over and looked at it, and there is no box. It's just a hole in the ground, and the water is undermining the road, and that road was just paved. So that's like an emergency. I want to get that done as soon as possible before winter. Spruce Street, I want to get that done before winter because there's a situation over there where somebody's getting flooded, and I got a metal grate over top of the hole, and whenever it snows, I don't want to hit that grate and send it flying. If you can find it to get me a meeting with you guys, week or so, I just want to talk to the Board of Supervisors. That is important.
Like an information gathering?
Right. I just want to talk. We got Airport Road coming up with this slide repair, and I was just talking to TJ, and we're going to look at that to see how we're going to do it. I do got a drawing for it. We do got a geotechnical report, and I was just talking to him about it. It's a big job. We can do it. There's no problem. But I need to sit down with you guys. Other than that, the hot box that we bought it has been a great purchase. It has allowed us to fill a lot of holes and fix a lot of roads with regular hot asphalt rather than cold patch, which they've been doing in the past, which just doesn't last. And we bought that tar machine. Remember, Larry, we got that little tar heater. That is great because we're sealing all of our asphalt. That's a permanent fix. So those were two great purchases that we got.
I noticed you put a curb in by professional, like the seam and stuff that does.
Thank you.
When do you want to meet before Thanksgiving?
I'd like to, yeah, sometime within the next week.
Could you work it out maybe with Diana and for scheduling things?
Sure.
Is there,
sure.
While we're all here, is there a reason that, does TJ need to be in attendance for any of this stuff?
TJ should be here, and whenever I tell you the whole long-term plan for the next 2 years especially, I need him. Because we should save a bunch of money on doing all these drains, and I need him to help me engineer. Because next year I want to do the Dolphy plan. I want to do the whole Dolphy plan. And then the following year do the Roberts plan. Then we can start paving some roads. Just to give you an idea of the roads that we can pave this year, Hobbit Lane and Aragon, except for that one box, they're ready to be paved. Ivy Hill's ready to be paved. All the boxes are in excellent shape. Logs Run, all the boxes are in excellent shape. Aber Road, all the boxes are in excellent shape. So we have roads that we can pave next year because the drainage is done this year.
To say how important these boxes are and how bad they've become over the years, we had a call on Veterans Day.
Monday.
And that there was road crew workers out working with no flagger on McCain Road. So I told Tammy that there's nobody working today, it's Veterans Day. Ultimately, it ended up being a resident putting in their own box A contractor resident who is desperate, who was actually on Veterans Day putting a drainage box. in the
She
road.
got flooded 5 times in 2 years, and she said she's not getting flooded this year.
So ultimately, it wasn't our road crew doing it, it was a resident that went out and bought a box culvert themselves. So, then Ken. and,
Doesn't say much for us.
No, but he's getting them as quick as he can, it's been many years,
Yeah, that's not a
we
criticism,
put in
it's
more,
just a
yeah.
comment.
Well, she said she's been calling here for 20 years to get this box in.
Same thing with the guys out at Airport Road, right?
Right,
Yeah.
So,
right.
you know, you gotta do maintenance every year, Kenny. You and I talked about it ad nauseum. It's just, you've gotta do these things.
You're right. I mean, there has been no real maintenance done for a long time.
Albert was really sad to retire, he liked doing the boxes.
Oh,
The only
and
question I have, Kenny, do we still, previous board had that MS4 thing, and I keep thinking to ask TJ, are we still required to put those sediment bags in these locations?
That's part of your approved MS4 pollution reduction
Well,
plan.
does that mean we have to keep doing it?
I mean, best practice would be to carry that forward until DEP has approved the plan amendment, which we submitted in March.
Okay.
So, in theory, we should have them in still, yes.
Well, still in the ones that they were in, or is the question whether or not we should be installing them in every box we put in?
I would put them in the ones that were identified in the plan. I
Okay, so
wouldn't
the
put them
ones that
in.
we binned, because I was confused there for a second whether or not he should be putting them in boxes as he installed.
I got something to say on that.
There were 9 that were identified in the original plan. In theory, we should preserve those until the new plan
So
is.
we'll put it on the conversation list when we meet.
I
Here-
understand there's a lot of problems with some of those locations, so.
Here's the deal, 6 of those 9 bags are ripped. You go to pick them up, they rip in half. They're so full.
They fill up quick.
Right,
They
so
weren't too much money though. If I recall, they weren't incredibly
we-
expensive.
if we clean those boxes often enough and save it in our bins up there, would that be suffice?
Yeah, I mean, we should be keeping track of it, whether
We are.
filter it or.
Well,
whether we-
I'm
yeah.
storing it, I'm only gonna weigh it whenever we gotta weigh it the next time.
Yeah, the end of the year, yeah.
I mean, in the first time we weighed it, it was tons.
Yeah.
It was not pounds.
Thousands of pounds.
Yeah, seem to fall.
There's so much that when we go to clean out a box, we take a backhoe to put it in the bucket to get it in the truck.
We put that on the list when we, with Kenny and
We
yourself,
should talk about that.
and the board.
Okay.
Does any other board member have a question?
I don't know.
You guys have a question?
When do we wanna meet?
Well, Diana's gonna reach out to all of us this week, I guess. She's gonna line up a date that's good for all of us. It's too hard to, figure it out right now. All right?
I got a question on the meeting.
I'm sorry, you had your public comment, we got a really long agenda this evening.
So.
Are the officers here? We're circling back to the officers report.